City rivals face off tonight as Frankfurt High Panthers come up to the west side to face off against the Wolverines on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Low credit. This looks impossible. Kate.
That's what I'm talking about.
Didn't try that again. The average first shot. How do I get to good credit? No obstacles on this one. Here we go.
Credit scores can be loan obstacles too. Get credit advice for life from WestBanco. Money doesn't make you wealthy. Understanding it does.
Discover the convenience of Clark's Pump and Shop, your go-to local pit stop. Clark's proudly serves your neighborhood with new locations popping up just around the corner. Swing by today and indulge in a selection of your favorite snacks and drinks. We're committed to elevate your on-the-go taste experience. Clark's Pump and Shop is your premier destination for all things convenience and satisfaction. Stop by today at a Clark's Pump and Shop near you. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Hello, everyone. It's Chris Cole and Adam Johnson coming to you live from the west side of Frankfurt as district rivals. Both teams looking for their third district win on the season as Frankfurt High comes up the hill to face off against Western Hills. Western Hills comes off a big win last night against Frankfurt Christian Academy, and Frankfurt High went up to the big town of Louisville and got a good win against Christian Academy of Louisville. And we got, as I stated, Frankfurt High comes in at 2-4 in district, and Western Hills at 2-5 in district. And for all sense and purposes, Adam, this is probably a seeding game for the district tournament in a few weeks.
Yeah, Chris, we are looking at probably the 3-4 matchup here when we come to tournament time. Tonight's a big game for both clubs. Going to see how they respond.
You got Ludwig on the mound for Frankfurt High coming in with a 4.01 ERA, and Allison, which we saw 2 weeks ago, pitched a pretty good game out at County. Just came in on the short end of that stick, coming in as a 5.75 ERA. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more pregame action right here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by WestBanco Bank. Money doesn't make you wealthy, understanding it does. So let's talk. Learn more at westbanco.com. Game of the Week is brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shop. Are you looking to refresh and refuel on your next road trip? Look no further than Clark's Pump and Shop, the official fuel of the KHSAA. Clark's is family owned and operated with 68 locations all across Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia. Clark's Pump and Shop wishes all teams a successful and healthy season. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel. Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfurt families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service, or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
Welcome back to the Cable 10 Game of the Week. I'm Chris Cole, joined tonight by Adam Johnson. We've got a district matchup between Frankfurt High and Western Hills. Quick rundown of the Frankfurt High lineup. Parker Hammonds leading things off at center field. James Seabury in the two-hole playing shortstop. Stephen Hamilton batting third. He's the first baseman. Aiden Mundy behind the plate. Drew Ludwig, as we talked about in the previous segment, on the mound. J.D. Smith at third base. Harrison Risk in left field. Tegan Crowdis will be your DH. Carter Roth in right field. And Ben Peach will be at second base. Now for the Wolverines, Luis Fuentes will lead things off, playing in the center field spot. Chris Clark behind the plate. Ethan Allison on the mound. Walker Drury is DH. Owen Woodson is left field. Logan Aldridge, shortstop. Cole Brown at first base. Right field is Clay Devers. Second base is Asher Gatewood. And rounding out for the Wolverines is Noah Morris. Adam, is there anybody that in the last 2 weeks since I've seen Hills play has caught fire in the lineup, or anybody that you have noticed?
Chris, I'll tell you, I'm really looking forward to watching this pitching matchup tonight. These are two guys that, when they're on, they've got pretty good stuff, and I think these lineups are going to have a difficult time trying to keep up with that. If both of these guys are on, you never know. They're going to watch this later. They're both going to say, hey, that was my favorite umpire back in the day. I have had both these guys multiple times behind the plate, and this is going to be fun to watch. I never get to see them square off.
As we stated, we got Ludwig on the mound for Frankfurt High and Allison on the mound for Western Hills. So I'm looking forward to it as well. Last time I had a game in the district, it was a close one out at county between Western Hills and Franklin County. So it looks like Western Hills is finishing up with their infield practice. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after the anthem here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher. Choose local realtors that treat you like family, because real estate is what we do and families are why we do it. In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
And families are why we do it.
The pitcher, number 21, Drew Ludwig. The third baseman, number 14, J.D. Smith. The left fielder, number 7, Harrison Risk. The designated hitter, number 16, Tegan Crowdis. The right fielder, number 4, Carter Roth. The second baseman, number 15, Ben Peach. Assistant coaches, Bobby Bottom, Todd Beers, Taylor McDonald, Joe Peach, Aaron Mitchell, Charles Payer. Head coach, Travis McConaughey. And now for the starting lineup for the Wolverines. Your center fielder, number 7, Luis Fuentes. Your catcher, number 21, Chris Clark. Your pitcher, number 11, Ethan Allison. Your designated hitter, number 32, Walker Drury. Your left fielder, number 4, Owen Woodson. Your shortstop, number 3, Logan Aldridge. Your first baseman, number 28, Cole Brown. Your right fielder, number 5, Clay Devers. Your second baseman, number 19, Asher Gatewood. And your third baseman, number 27, Noah Morris. Assistant coaches, Will Cummins, John Etheridge, Mark Wilson, Jamar Carter, head coach, Evan Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats and direct your attention towards our nation's flag located in center field. The privilege of tonight's game was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms that we all enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts and the country with the singing of our national anthem by the Collins Lane Cougar, Audrey.
Cable 10 Game of the Week. I am Chris Cole, joined by Adam Johnson tonight, and we are live at Western Hills as Frankfurt High comes up the hill to the west side for this all-important district game. Both teams looking for that number 3 win in district play. Ethan Allison there on the mound for the Wolverines. And he'll be facing Parker Hammonds to get things started in the top of the first, followed by James Seabury and Stephen Hamilton in the 3 spot for Frankfurt High. These two teams met back on April 9th. Frankfurt High coming out on top 8-4 down at Frankfurt High. And Adam, you stated earlier how important this is probably a 3-4 matchup in the district behind Great Crossing and County at the 1 and the 2 right now.
Yeah, Chris, we're getting into the home stretch of the season here, and this game is really important to set up that district tournament. We have a 5-team district, and somebody's going to have to play an extra game. So
5 teams, Frankfurt Christian Academy now in the district at the baseball level. So I guess the 4-5 play the first game, and then the winner of that would play the 1 seed. Is that how it goes? And then 2-3?
That is correct. You know, extra day of games, extra arm you have to burn out of the bullpen. It can make a huge difference to teams in the district tournament setting.
Yeah, and then that's probably, 3 games in 3 days in the district tournament if you are the 4 or the 5 seed, if you made it to the championship game. So looks like we're just about to have the first pitch. Hammonds gets into the box. He's ready. Allison set for the delivery.
And we're underway.
Looks like he's going to miss on the outside. Ball 1.
Not the prettiest pitch to start the at-bat, but we're playing baseball.
Just high and inside. Count goes to 2-0. Allison looking for that first strike tonight. And that gets away from him, and high and outside brings the count to 3-0.
It's early. He just needs to settle down here and lock in on the strike zone.
Hammond shows bunt, backs off, takes a strike inside corner, brings count 3-1.
You're going to get that every single time that you see a batter fake bunt on 3-0. If it's anywhere near the zone, that umpire is ringing that up.
Hard hit, foul down the third baseline. Brings the count to full. And good job by Allison to get back in this at bat here with 2 straight strikes here. And gets him on the outside corner.
And he is excited.
1 away in the top of the first.
He really battled back there in that at bat. It was a good job to keep his focus.
Now up for the Panthers, the shortstop, James Seabury.
James Seabury can be a dangerous hitter. Allison's got to be careful here and not leave anything.
Hard hit to shortstop. Aldridge makes the play. Routine out over to first. 2 away in the top of the first inning.
It's a good start by the Wolverines here.
First baseman Stephen Hamilton steps in.
This is another dangerous hitter, Chris. I'll tell you, this Panther lineup can be pretty tough.
Allison just misses on the outside. 1-0 count. Gets that one in there for a strike call. Brings the count to 1-1. Slap foul down the right side. Allison ahead of the batter, 1-2. Hamilton stays alive, slapping that one foul as well. Gets him chasing, that's in the dirt. And a 1-2-3 inning for Allison and the Wolverines here. In the top of the first, the score is nobody on, nobody left on, nobody scored. be back at the bottom of the first of the game of the week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by McTribe McDonald's. McTribe McDonald's offers the perfect career combo. With college tuition assistance, flexible schedules, and free meals, we have benefits for everyone. Apply today by texting APPLY to 38000.
¿Por qué deberías trabajar con nosotros en McDonald's?
Ofrecemos horarios flexibles y tiempo de vacaciones pagado para todos nuestros empleados.
We can also offer you daily pay and a 401k plan.
Si eres estudiante, podemos ayudarte con asistencia para los estudios.
You would also be eligible for free meals.
Apply today and get started in a supportive environment here at McDonald's.
Tune in to Around 10, Frankfurt's very own morning show. We cover all the happenings in the capital city every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. live on Cable 10, Facebook, and YouTube. Remember, if it happens around town, it's on Around 10.
Welcome back. Beautiful Wednesday evening for the game of the week here on the west side. Sun setting over in front of Bondurant. Shadows starting to fall on the field a little bit. If you're just joining us, Frankfurt High went 1-2-3 off of the pitching of Allison of Wolverines.
Chris, I may be a little biased here, but there's not a more beautiful spot in town to watch a baseball game.
It's pretty nice over here on the west side. The baseball field complex is absolutely immaculate. Looks as good as any ballpark that I've seen around. So Luis Fuentes leading things off in the bottom of the first here for the Wolverines.
Let's see if Ludwig can lock in here and throw some strikes early. Gain a little momentum.
Fuentes takes ball low, ball one low. Hard hit.
Ooh.
Second baseman trying to backhand that, but the Fuentes will get on. And a huge plus for Wolverines getting that leadoff batter on base.
Luis is getting aggressive early here in the count, coming out hot. Ludwig leaves it right over the heart of the plate, and Fuentes seizes on that opportunity.
Chris Clark, the catcher, up for the Wolverines.
Catcher by necessity, shortstop by trade.
Takes first pitch inside, ball one. Well, it's good to have those athletes that you can place in other positions. Little smacker right here. We're going to get one at 2.
6-4-3.
And
beautifully executed by the Panthers there.
Yep. Nice turn 2. Double play. Little slapper. Little scoop. Over and had him out by a full step there. Two away in the bottom of the first here. Pitcher versus pitcher.
I think that hit him on the foot there.
And he's going to take ball one. Should be on base because.
Yeah, Martin's going to come out here because I believe that ball hit him in the foot. Baseballs follow a certain set of physics, and that one I've seen plenty of times. Boom, right there. Got him. Yep. He comes up right away. I think that got him. Although, the sad truth of it is batters lie. Oh, he's keeping him there.
Yep.
Okay.
He's going to say it hit the dirt.
It's okay.
Probably hit the ground first.
You know, that's a really tough call for that guy behind the plate sometimes, though. That's a tough angle to see it. It's coming in straight at you. You're wondering if it's going to hit you, and boom.
Allison swings and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Takes another cut. Pitcher ahead now, 1-2 in this pitching duel here.
What's the over-under on how many times this hat falls off his head while he's pitching tonight?
Too much hair. Allison fouls that one back. Count stays at 1-2.
Good battle here early by both Ludwig and Allison. This time squaring off and in the bat.
Just misses on the outside corner. Evens count up at 2-2.
It's a good pitch.
Allison puts the metal to that one, gets it in the gap.
Good piece of hitting right there by Allison.
And a 2-out double for Allison in the bottom of the first, and he is still pumped.
A lot of emotion right here by the Wolverines senior pitcher.
Good at bat after taking a couple of swings, not making any contact. Fouled a couple back, and then found one he liked and took it to left center. Now we got a pitch runner for Allison.
With a courtesy runner coming in.
And we got the DH, Walker Drury.
Drury, a real solid bat for the Wolverines.
And kind of pokes that one.
Maybe not right there. It's interesting. Yep. That is the correct call, Chris. That is offensive interference 100% all day.
So Drury trying to, yep, good call right there. So Western Hills leaves one stranded in the bottom of the first. After one, your score, Frankfurt High 0, Western Hills 0, right here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Care and craft. In Kentucky, we know a thing or two about both. It's a recipe for good bourbon and great local banking. At Express Credit Union, we're committed to making a difference by simply being a little different, helping you express yourself, nurturing your passions, and helping our members and community shine. As a Crafts Credit Union, we're great with money and we're great listeners. We're Express Credit Union, and this is Spirited Banking.
Welcome back to the west side of town for the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Chris Cole, Adam Johnson, the rest of the crew. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, West Banco, Clark's Pump and Shop, Tillman Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher, and McTribe McDonald's. We cannot do this without their support. There's nothing like the Game of the Week in any other areas of high school sports that I know of in Central Kentucky. So we're very blessed to have this. As we get started in the second inning, Allison high and inside on Monday.
Going back to your point a second ago, Chris, the crew here at Game of the Week just does an absolutely amazing job day in, day out that they're here. They are a pleasure to work with, and I hope that they continue to do this into perpetuity.
So Monday, ahead of the count, 2-0 here as Allison missed wildly on the inside and then way outside on his first two. And this is, you know, maybe he's a little too pumped tonight. Big game. I saw Ethan Sunday with his family, and he was already ready for this game, talking about it then. So he's had 3 not even close to the zone pitches to start this at bat, but we saw him start the first inning kind of wild, and he settled in and ended up getting a 1-2-3 inning. So,
well, something I learned about Ethan pregame tonight is that he is wearing cleats on the mound. For the first time in quite a while, he's been experiencing some slippage issues. So we'll see if that plays a factor in his performance tonight.
Well, he gives up a walk there to start things off in the top of the second. So, first base runner of the night for Frankfurt High.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Looks like he is indeed going to run.
Yeah, I thought they might switch him out since he is the catcher, and they are. Pitcher versus pitcher here. We saw that in the bottom of the first. And Allison winning that matchup against Ludwig with a 2-out double. Let's see what happens in this matchup. He throws over to keep the runner honest.
Ludwig would be wise to do the same thing Ethan did to him. Just drive the ball the other way. Try to get that runner to third base.
Foul back, 0-1.
Big cut there from Drew.
Allison with another throw over. Yeah, I caught his eyes right in his windup. And he saw something they threw over.
This isn't the MLB.
Misses.
You can throw over as many times as you'd like in high school baseball.
That one's hit hard and into the gap, just like you said, and that's going to be extra bases, and that's going to score 1 here for Frankfurt High. Ludwig.
It's a good piece of hitting right there by Drew Ludwig.
Allison hangs that one up. Just didn't break enough.
Left and right over the plate.
Ludwig takes it opposite field into the gap.
Good hustle there by a plate umpire. Getting up the line there. Take a peek at that runner around at third base.
Nobody out. 1 run scored here. J.D. Smith up to bat. Runner at second for the Panthers. Allison almost gets the runner at second.
I bet that runner's going to get an earful from Coach McConaughey about not getting down right there. That's a little too close. It's not that close, but close enough where you want your guy to get down.
Smith attempts a bunt, and it goes foul. 0-1.
It's a big spot here for Allison. Can he work his way out of here with minimal damage.
And misses, and it gets away from Clark. And that advances the runner to third with nobody out and a 1-1 count.
Just the last thing you want to see happen right there. Breaking pitch, never quite comes back. Pass ball.
Misses inside. 2-1.
J.D. Smith is a guy who's got a lot of speed. I would not be shocked to see some kind of bunt laid down here. Not anymore, though, with 2 strikes.
Evens count up at 2-2 with that pitch. In the dirt. Clark blocks it. Full count here, top of the second. Frankfurt High already with 1 run on the board, nobody out, man at third.
For J.D. Smith here, really all you need is some contact. You want to avoid striking out here, you're good with a walk, but any bat on ball scores a run.
And gets the strikeout there. Gonna bring up the left fielder, Harrison Risk.
Number 7, Harrison Risk.
It was a big out for the Wolverines. Get a chance to limit what Frankfurt is able to do here offensively.
Clark misses that one. Runner doesn't even attempt.
And he is definitely getting earful from McConaughey on that one because you got to read that and score.
Count 1-0 here to Risk. Slaps that one foul down the right side. Evens count at 1-1.
Another situation here, Chris. A strikeout is not what we are looking for. We have to have contact with the baseball and score this run.
Inside, and the throw back too high, too hot. So now Frankfurt High on the board with 2 here on the air on the pass ball.
Quite honestly, they should have had it 2 pitches ago, so ball don't lie, as the kids say. Gives him nobody to work with on the bases. See if he can settle in here and throw some strikes.
Looper over to shortstop, and that'll put another runner on with 1 out here in the top of the second for Frankfurt.
Just kind of leans over there, slaps a bat on it. Little grass monster out there in center field for Fuentes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The old turf monster got Luis out there. Tegan Crowdis up to the plate here for Frankfurt High. He's the DH. Low pitch, throw over to first. Counts 1-0 on Crowdis.
Trying to keep him honest over there. Perhaps give yourself a little break from the batter. You know, Chris, Allison's been a guy who has always shown a bit of a wild side at times during innings, but historically he has often been able to bounce back from that.
Allison taking a deep breath on the mound here. Behind 2-0 to Crowdis. Gets that one in there for a strike one call. Infield grounder would be really nice here.
Snap throw down there. Can you get him? No. Crowdis is a good looking kid.
Count even at 2-2.
Just letting the biceps eat today. I like it.
Outside, ball 3. Counts full to Crowdis now. And finally, Crowdis, on his third attempt, gets a timeout call here.
You know, a lot of people mistakenly believe that an umpire has to grant time to a batter, but that is not true. If it is during a spot in the delivery where the umpire does not feel is appropriate or safe, he does not have to grant that request.
Payoff pitch gets through the infield. Throw over to third. So 2 on, 1 out in the top of the second here.
Panthers in a spot to potentially do some damage to the Wolverines this inning. I'd imagine we'll probably get some action going in the pen. This is likely, though, just to talk to calm Allison down, bring him back down to earth a little bit, say, settle in, young man, let's throw some strikes. Easier said than done, though.
Scoring update, Franklin County beats Great Crossing tonight, 8-5. Jack Ross had a grand slam in the 5th inning to help prevail the Flyers over the Warhawks in a big district game on the other side of the district.
It's going to give them the 1 seed. Which Franklin County had a slow start to the season, but has since turned it around. And he's playing some pretty good baseball, Chris.
Carter Roth fouls that one off.
Carter Roth, another kid I've watched play baseball since he was a lot smaller than he is now.
Ball misses outside, even as the count up at 1-1. Another misplay behind the plate.
Before that pitch, I was going to tell you it's another perfect time for a bunt. And the pass ball accomplishes the job on its own.
count it 2-1 on Roth. 1 out, runners in scoring position for the Panthers. This is high, go 3-1.
A couple of runs right here for the Panthers would probably necessitate the pitching change.
And he's going to walk the bases loaded with 1 out. Which brings Parker Hammonds back up, top of the lineup. Hammond struck out his first time at bat in the first inning.
Still, though, a good spot. You'd like your leadoff guy.
Fouls that one off.
I think it hit a cow over there.
Are they feeding cows on the practice field down there?
I'm sure we have them on campus somewhere.
Leave it to Zinner or Schaefer, they probably will.
I bet if you call those guys up, ask them where the cows are, they'll point you in the right direction. Shout out to the ag department at Western Hills too. They, another award-winning blue ribbon organization. Any chance you guys get to go out and support the Western Hills greenhouse, I know they'd appreciate it. Those kids work hard, and you cannot get flowers for cheaper anywhere else. Actually, I don't want to speak for them. I haven't actually seen the price list, but go see Jeff Schaefer out at the greenhouse. He'll hook you up.
And I think Franklin County's got their greenhouse open right now as well. I think I saw that on Facebook today or yesterday. Count 2-2 with 1 out, bases loaded in the top of the second. Allison delivers and just misses.
He wants that pitch, but it's out. You see the movement there from Clark trying to steal it off the corner. But umpire standing firm.
Payoff pitch here coming up. Fouls that one straight back. Remains full.
Already early on, this feels like a game where every little moment matters. It's all adding up.
And that one is popped up to the second baseman to get out number 2. And that's huge for Allison and the Wolverines.
We have bases loaded, correct, Chris?
Yes.
It's an infield fly rule in effect right there.
Seabree grounded out to the shortstop. His first time at bat. Fouls this one off third base side. Just misses outside.
Yeah, Allison's frustrated with that, but again, he wants that pitch. The umpire not giving it to him.
And in 49 pitches, he hasn't given it to him yet. I don't think he's going to start now. And that one's going to get through. That's going to score 1. Aldridge able to make the play deep on the infield, but no play.
It's about the only play he has right there, Chris. He's just trying to keep that ball from leaving the infield, multiple runs scoring. It's a deep ball in the 6th hole. Gets to it, nowhere to go with the baseball. Limits the scoring.
Hamilton back up. He struck out in the first inning to end the inning. And that one's going to be in the dirt, and that's going to score another run.
It's tough. Clark gets down, does everything he can to block it. Ball just takes an awkward hop off his gear, skirts away from him. He's got no shot to get that guy at the plate.
The 1-0 pitch. Hamilton fouls that one off. Evens the count at 1-1. Gets that one to break in there for a strike call. Now he's ahead 1-2.
Good work by Clark on getting that pitch.
And gets him chasing. And that'll end the top of the second, but not after Frankfurt High puts a 4-piece on the board. After 1.5, Frankfurt High 4, Western Hills 0 on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
My best money tip is,
Allow your money and other people's money to make money for you.
Think generationally, past yourself.
Save, save, save.
even if it's just $5.
Spend money on things that make sense to buy twice.
Pay back your student loans as fast as you can.
Take good care of your credit because it's buying power.
Start a retirement fund and invest in my 401k.
My best money tip is prepare for everything to go right.
Confidently manage your finances with more solid advice from WestBanco. Money doesn't make you wealthy. Understanding it does.
Discover the convenience of Clark's Pump and Shop, your go-to local pit stop. Clark's proudly serves your neighborhood with new locations popping up just around the corner. Swing by today and indulge in a selection of your favorite snacks and drinks. We're committed to elevate your on-the-go taste experience. Clark's Pump and Shop is your premier destination for all things convenience and satisfaction. Stop by today at a Clark's Pump and Shop near you. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Welcome back to the Cable 10 Game of the Week. I'm Chris Cole. He's Adam Johnson. We're joined by the rest of the Cable 10 crew on the west side as night starts to fall. We're an inning and a half into this one. And Frankfurt High put a 4-piece on the board in the top of the second. And off some good hitting, some errors. So more pass balls, I guess, than errors. But
we're going to see if Western Hills can wake up the bats here. They had been missing for a little while, but woke up last night against Frankfurt Christian and see if they can find a little bit of that magic here in the bottom of the second.
Owen Woodson takes strike one call here to start the second inning.
Got that pitch on the inside.
Low and away in the dirt. Evens count at 1-1. Adam, you got a quick shout out you want to give somebody?
Yeah, so this just into the Game of the Week studio. Roman Sadie and Ray King are staying up past their bedtime, and I think they're doing so in order to catch a great baseball game. So shout out to those guys watching, and go to bed.
2-2 on Woodson. And gets him with the high heat.
Chased him way upstairs. Owen's keyed up, ready to jump on something, and his eyes are a little too big on that one.
Logan Aldridge, the shortstop. Up the bat here. One away in the bottom of the second. Going to take a strike one call. Yeah, don't seem like that long ago, Adam. But you and I had Logan in coach pitch together.
I have known this one since he was very small. Early on, we snagged him up for our YMCA team there. You know, we were recruiting and everything back in the day. This is now
inside, brings the count to 1 and 2.
Nowadays, it might not be unheard of to give some NIL money to a 6-year-old, but back then, that was probably frowned upon.
We had fun, though. And gets him down swinging.
Coop also chases the high pitch. And a quick 2 outs here for the Wolverines. We'd like to see an extended at bat here coming up.
Cole Brown coming up, the big first baseman here for the Wolverines.
Cole on his way to Georgetown College in the fall after finishing up his career here at Western Hills. Cole is one of 2 commits on the team, the other, of course, being Chris Clark. He is headed to Madonna University. Although Frankfurt High's got a couple kids I think can play at the next level as well.
Ludwig behind 2-1 here to Brown. And that one is going to get away from the third baseman over there. And a good hard hit down the third base line, and the third baseman unable to come up with that one cleanly, and Brown advances to first.
See if this can build a little momentum for the Wolverines.
Tried to jam him on the inside. He just powered through that.
That ball took a weird little hop as it got to his glove.
Devers up for the Wolverines with a man at first and 2 outs. Takes ball low. And fouls that one straight back at the press box.
Clay Devers is a kid who can swing a little bit too.
One pitch coming up. And that one's going to get snagged by the third baseman.
It's a really good play.
And makes a good throw over to first. That'll end the second. Frankfurt High up 4-0 on the game of the week right here on Cable 10.
In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
and families are why we do it.
Porque deberías trabajar con nosotros en McDonald's.
Ofrecemos horarios flexibles y tiempo de vacaciones pagado para todos nuestros empleados.
We can also offer you daily pay and a 401k plan.
Si eres estudiante, podemos ayudarte con asistencia para los estudios.
You would also be eligible for free meals.
Apply today and get started in a supportive environment here at McDonald's.
Welcome back to the Cable 10 Game of the Week. As we start the third inning, Frankfurt High was able to put 4 up in the top of the second to take a 4-0 lead after 2 here. And
let's see if Ethan can come out here and lock back in, get a quick Frankfurt inning. Or can the Panthers just keep on extending their lead? We're getting into the middle innings, folks.
Hayden Mundy to lead things off for Frankfurt. Good pitch there by Allison. Gets Mundy swinging to get ahead in the count 0-1.
That's the great thing about baseball is every part of the game has the chance to be its own great story.
Mundy gets a piece of that one, fouls that one down right side. 0-2 pitch coming up here for Allison. Mundy fouls that one down the third base line. Count remains 0-2.
Starting to really transition to the lights out here. Sun's going down. Let's see how it affects the hitters.
And gets him swinging on a good pitch there.
Come on, Drew. Go, Drew.
Gets out on his front foot a little bit on that swing. Don't know that he's expecting that pitch.
Ludwig in here. Low and inside.
Well, if you're Drew Ludwig right here, you'd love to see a replication of what you did your first at bat. Great piece of hitting, taking it the other way.
That one gets away a little bit from Allison. 2-0.
And if you're Ethan Allison right here, do you want to throw him that breaking pitch? Because that's the pitch that he took you oppo on last time.
Misses high there, 3-0.
Do you give Ludwig the green light here, Chris?
I've always liked giving my 3-0, my good batters a 3-0 green light, but that's me.
Well, he got the fake bunt sign.
And he's going to take a walk. So with one out in the top of the third, Allison walks Ludwig, and he still cannot believe he cannot get that outside corner.
Actually, you know, I'll be fair to Travis. I don't think he actually got the fake bunt sign. I think he just did it. I don't think Travis would tell him to fake bunt.
Number 14, J.D. Smith.
J.D. Smith up. Struck out his first time at bat.
Ooh.
And
the ball is going to get away from him.
So I would assume that is going to be scored as a hit and then advancement on the error throw.
That's probably how I would score it. This is not the greatest bunt by JD here at all, but it gets the job done nonetheless. He has wheels coming down the line. Forces the errant throw by Allison. If you're Ethan, you probably just want to hold that. But yeah, Chris, you're right. I give him the error on that throw. I think he's probably going to beat that out. But you could debate that.
He is arguing that, you know, he cannot get that outside corner called. You can just see it.
And he has not gotten that pitch called all night, Chris.
No. And we got some work in the bullpen.
I think data would support the trend of umpires not giving lefties that pitch. Righties get it a little better. It's a tougher look at it from a lefty for an umpire sometimes. You just don't see as many of them.
Harrison Risk up to bat. Allison misses outside, 1-0.
And the other thing is when you are more around the zone, you get that pitch easier. Ethan's kind of been leaving stuff out tonight. And it's harder to get that call when you're staying more to that side of the plate.
Fouled off the right side for Risk. Count even at 1-1 here for the left fielder. In the dirt, ball 2.
It's a good job by Clark there to keep that ball in front of him. Couple costly pass balls in the second inning.
Hard hit in that 6-hole again. That's going to score 2.
That was the perfect spot to place that baseball. Got right through the third baseman, shortstop. That's his job. He's going to get his kudos from his coach and dugout on that one.
And one away. One away in the top of the third, but not before Frankfurt High can put 2 more on the board to take a 6-0 lead here. Strike called there from Crowdis.
You have to wonder how long Coach Martin is going to go with him here. Double play ball would be huge. Clark trying to show off the arm there. But you don't necessarily want to see that throw made either.
No, not with already down 6-0 and gets away from either one of them. Gets Crowdis to swing and
they
punches him
get
out.
to strike him out, throw him out.
So 2 away as Clark gets the runner attempting to steal. High swing called there. Perfect throw. And gets him.
Okay, I was not convinced there were 2 strikes actually after I said strike him out, throw him out. It looked
Would
pretty,
have been
though.
nice.
I mean, it looked pretty.
And Crowdis goes down swinging. So after the top of the third, Frankfurt High gets 2 more to extend their lead. 6-0. We're going to the bottom of the third when we come back on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
At FPB, we work around the clock to ensure clean, safe, great-tasting water makes its way reliably to your home or business. The EPA recently required all public water systems to have a service line inventory completed by 2024, and we need your help to determine what type of service line you have. Your help can greatly speed the process, reduce costs, and keep rates more affordable for everyone.
Welcome back to the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Frankfurt High up 6-0 on Western Hills going to the bottom of the third. And Ludwig has been in control of his stuff tonight through 2 innings. Only allowed 2 hits, 1 error so far.
He really has, Chris. He's been effective in his command of the zone, and he's had these Wolverine hitters a little off balance.
Asher Gatewood to lead things off in the bottom of the 3rd here. And he's going to get one slapped through the 6th hole here to lead things off in the bottom of the 3rd. So you got your leadoff batter and the top of the lineup coming up.
Asher Gatewood, the freshman, solid young player for the green and black.
Fuentes up for Western Hills here.
Luis came out swinging in his last at bat. See if he stays aggressive. Fuentes is a guy that has faced a little bit of adversity this year. He's been able to battle back, and he's been playing real well as of late, being slotted into that leadoff spot.
And Gatewood advances on the steal there. So Western Hills with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Some speed on the youngster. Although I think he should probably get it. He could get an additional step on his lead over there. Get there from the catcher, gets
with
it.
a hard cut. Two and one. Takes ball 3 high.
If you're Western Hills, this is what you want to see. You want to see some at-bats that get extended beyond 2 or 3 pitches.
And that one cuts back in on the inside corner.
Pitch has some good late action to it.
Even brings the count full here for Fuentes. And he's going to draw a walk. So Western Hills, a little threatening action here. Runners at first and second with nobody out in the bottom of the 3rd.
Seeing a little life here from the Wolverines at the bottom of the 3rd. No outs, able to get some runners on base. Let's see if they can convert that.
I probably did the old commentator curse on Ludwig, talking about his control and everything through the first 2 innings.
Well, at least he's not going to be able to come up to you tomorrow and give you a hard time about it.
Clark takes ball 1 low in the dirt.
I got 25 guys that are all going to come knock on my door the minute I say something that I really want to say.
Clark fouls that one off to even the count at 1-1. Ball high and inside. 2-1.
I feel like this is a spot where Ludwig has to be careful. You don't want to leave anything too nice for Chris Clark, but you do not want another walk here. Chris helped him out on that pitch, chasing something upstairs.
Fouls that one back to the screen or the net. Evens the count at 2-2. Misses upstairs. Count to full.
I mean, why not attack that upper part of the zone? Guys have been chasing it.
And that one's going to get away from him. And we've got bases loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the 3rd here. Walker Drury, or Ethan Allison
And if we saw emotion earlier in the game from Allison, I think we're going to see some more here in a tight spot. Time is running away quickly for the Wolverines, and you feel like they got to get on the board right here.
Yeah, and you got to have smart base running here too, right? Don't do anything stupid that you would get yourself caught in a throw down or a run down. Or
this is a situation where you absolutely have to be careful. You cannot make any mistakes on the base pass right here. You can't get picked off at second base or at first base. That would be the absolute worst thing that could happen in a spot like this. Of course, self-inflicted errors are the difference between that 1 and 2 seed in the district and the 3 and 4. Gain some time on that pitch. What people don't understand, though, Chris, is the difference between wins and losses in baseball. 1 or 2 plays.
Allison hard cut that time, fouls that one off.
One ball bounces wrong in a big spot, and that's the difference between 500, 700, and 300.
Allison slices that one away. 0-2.
Go right by him, man.
Takes a ball outside, 1-2. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom of the third here. Stays alive with a foul.
You don't want to get caught looking right here, Chris. Anything close, you have to foul it off. You have to fight right here. You don't want to strike out.
Just fouled down the third base line.
Ball took a weird bounce, too. Thinking that one came off the plate.
Ball outside, evens count at 2-2.
You can usually tell where a ball hits by how a guy reacts. You can see it in his eyes right away if the ball hits off his foot or not. Ethan battling right here. Drew Ludwig battling as well.
And gets him on the inside corner.
He does not like that. He thought it was in. I'll leave that for the viewers to decide.
Walker Drury, the DH, up. And he gets a hold of that one into the gap. And that's going to score at least one here.
And the Wolverines are on the board. Good little job by Walker by poking one over the shortstop's head there. They all count the same in the scorebook, Chris.
Owen Woodson up. Struck out his first time at bat. One away in the bottom of the third. Base is still loaded.
Ludwig's thrown 49 pitches, which is not too bad for this time of the ball game, but the Wolverines have a chance to try to extend that right here.
2-0 pitch coming up. And he's going to hit Woodson, and that's going to bring in another run here.
This is a spot where you could put up a couple right here if you're the Wolverines.
Logan Aldridge up, struck out his first time at the plate.
On the flip side, if you're Drew Ludwig right here, you wanted to keep the ball low in the zone, force Logan to hit a ground ball right here. See if you can't get out of the inning.
And good small ball right there.
Nobody was home at first base. It's a good bunt by Aldridge. Bold call there by Coach Martin, going for the bunt.
Gonna bring Brown up. Tying run at first base. Brown represents the go-ahead run here. Bases loaded, still one out. And he gets a hold of that one. Tag, throw.
Nailed it.
And double play. But not before Western Hills gets 3 of them back in the bottom of the third. After 3, your score, Frankfurt High 6, Western Hills 3. We'll be back with more action on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Care and craft. In Kentucky, we know a thing or two about both. It's a recipe for good bourbon and great local banking. At Express Credit Union, we're committed to making a difference by simply being a little different, helping you express yourself, nurturing your passions, and helping our members and community shine. As a Crafts Credit Union, we're great with money and we're great listeners. We're Express Credit Union, and this is Spirited Banking.
Tune in to Around 10, Frankfurt's very own morning show. We cover all the happenings in the capital city every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. live on Cable 10, Facebook, and YouTube. Remember, if it happens around town, it's on Around 10.
Welcome back to the Cable 10 Game of the Week. I'm Chris Cole. He's Adam Johnson. After 3, we got a good one here on the west side. Frankfurt High up 6-3. They went up 6-0 after 2.5, and then Western Hills able to get 3 of them back, and coach is sticking with Allison right now, it looks like, on the mound. And you got to think, Adam, that's because he got a little bit of help from his offense there.
Yeah, well, he was able to get out of the last inning in relatively quick fashion after allowing a couple runs, albeit. But Wolverines' offense comes roaring back in the bottom of the third. Felt like a really big spot there to end the inning. You got to wonder about well, I'm not going to finish that thought, Chris.
Okay. So go to the top of the 4th here.
Still got to take a perfect throw from that guy in left field. Credit to him. He made a great play on that. Comes up, makes the throw at the plate, gets Drury coming across, and we're playing baseball in the 4th.
Carter Roth will lead things off for Frankfurt High here in the top of the 4th. And gets a strike called right there. He tried to hold his swing, and I think that was going to be a strike call even if he didn't swing.
Chris, that's my absolute favorite call to get as an umpire behind the plate. That check swing, come up with the left hand, point at him. Yes, he swung. You got to shame him just a little bit. And then you bang that strike on him. Everyone's like, okay.
0-1 pitch here for Roth. Chopper to the second baseman. And routine play over to first. One away in the top of the 4th.
Carter Roth hustling down the line there. Just not in time to beat the throw from Gatewood.
Parker Hammond's the leadoff batter of the lineup. Back up. Good pitch there by Allison. Gets Hammond swinging.
Ethan's still making an effort to attack the outside of that zone.
Comes back inside and misses. And finally gets one on the outside.
You know, if you keep going there and keep going there, you might get that call every now and then.
And gets Hammond's swinging again. That's 6 strikeouts on the night for Allison.
I think this batter right here determines a lot about whether Ethan continues to go into this ball game. He's sitting right around 81 pitches. He's still got a little bit left in the tank, but if he can get out of the inning right here, that'll help his case to go one more.
Seabury up. Strike called on the inside that time.
I've always liked watching Seabury play. He's tough.
Fouls that one straight back into the net. 0-2 pitch here for Allison, coming up with 2 away in the top of the 4th. Gets away from him a little bit there. Outside. Brings count to 1-2.
James here at the plate, he's looking to foul anything off right here that he doesn't like, and hoping Ethan leaves something over the middle that he does.
2 pitches in a row, miss outside the zone.
See the rally caps there in the background.
That one's slap foul. Over in the right field side.
The cow pasture.
2-2 to Seabury. And doesn't get the call that time.
Sounds like some members of the crowd do not like that call, but that ball is out.
Full count. Payoff pitch coming.
That
and
ball is
got him. So after 3.5, your score: Frankfurt High 6, Western Hills 3. Wolverines coming up to try to see if they can cut into that 3-run deficit in the bottom of the 4th, right here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
and families are why we do it.
Welcome back to the Game of the Week. Gonna have a quick rundown of how we got to this point, and right there, Frankfurt High able to start things off with a hit, and then getting some pass balls in the bottom of the or top of the 2nd. Get one deep into the infield, scores another run, another pass ball.
Early on, it's been all Frankfurt, but.
And then another slapper in the hole there. Gonna score 2 more. going to put them up 6-0 at that point. But then Western Hills able to get things going in the bottom of the third as they get 3-piece on the board. Good bunt here by Aldridge to score one. Woodson going to get hit. It's going to score another one. Which brings us to where we're at 6-3. Clay Devers steps in here to lead things off in the bottom of the fourth. And that's a shot to right field, and that's going to get the leadoff batter on base here in the bottom of the fourth.
Good piece of hitting by Clay Devers there. Not trying to do too much. Takes what the pitcher gives him. Sends that ball the other way for a single.
Here's second baseman number 19, Asher Gatewood.
Gatewood comes up to bat. And the show bunt.
Got some speed on the base paths and at the plate right here. Bunt's not a bad thought.
0-1 to Gatewood. And bunt foul there. 0-2 pitch coming up.
Coach Martin showing a lot of trust there in his young second baseman. Putting him in an 0-2 hole and trusting him to battle out of it.
And that one breaks in there right at the last minute to get Gatewood down looking.
Pitch had some late bite to it. Gatewood bails out. It comes back. Good pitch.
Fuentes back up. Takes that one just high. Ball one.
See if the senior can do a job right here.
He'll take a strike low in the zone there. Evens the count at 1-1.
It's a pretty good pitch by Ludwig. But you don't want that. You don't want to swing at that if you're Fuentes. You're happy with tipping your hat to the guy and move it on to the next one.
That one's going to drop. Advance to runner to second. So 2 on with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth.
They were playing Luis to pull that baseball and was able to give a little poke down the other line. The fielder not able to get there. Drew having a conversation with his catcher there.
Chris Clark comes up with 1 out away here in the bottom of the fourth, representing the tying run. Goes upstairs for ball one. Strike called on the outside corner that time. Big cut by Clark. Makes the count 1-2.
It's a good 1-strike swing. Taking a big cut. Trying to drive the baseball to the opposite side of the field. Now with 2 strikes, you want to shorten up. Looking for contact.
And
Good job by the catcher on that pitch.
Mundy keeps the ball in front of him, gets away just a little bit, but able to prevent the runners from advancing.
Smart by Devers as well. That's one you want to be sure on if you're going to try to take third base.
Clark
shot down
pull
the line.
and
must have hooked down there in the corner. Absolute rocket by Chris Clark.
And cut off just a little bit. I can't see.
You know, Chris, I don't have an angle on that. I cannot tell you foul or fair. The umpire's a long way away, but he does have a straight look at it, so we got to trust him on that one.
Clark stays alive, fouling that one back. 2-2.
It's another very tough call for an umpire in a two-man system. Screamer down the line, deep. It's dark out. It's a tough spot.
Clark fouls that one. Now, Adam, I know KHSA's having a hard time getting referees, umpires, and stuff. And I know the high school football has added an official. Is there any word about possibly going to a three-man crew? As Clark slaps that one into center field, it's going to get by the center fieldman. We're going to score 2. Clark hitting for 3.
That is an absolute huge job by the senior Chris Clark, and he is fired up down there at third base. He is letting his dugout share his excitement.
Nice hit that time, gets past the center fielder.
And if you're the center fielder right there, you want to get in front of that baseball at all costs. And you don't want to allow multiple runners to score on that. He does, lets the ball get past him. We've got a ball game here, Chris.
And looks like we're going to get a pitching change. Looks like Smith is going to come in and pitch here.
Back to your point, Chris, of umpire crews and the umpiring shortage. I haven't heard of plans for the KHSA to use three-man umpiring crews on a normal basis, but I don't think they would normally do that in a year anyway. Two-man is about the standard for a high school game. Now, as you get deeper into the postseason, yes, you're going to have a three-man crew for the districts, probably three-man for the region. If you make it to the state tournament, you would probably see a four-man umpiring crew. Those are kind of rare games. We do struggle to attract and retain officials because of various factors, but that's an initiative that's really near and dear to my heart. I'm looking at trying to find a way that we can get referee education and officials education into the classrooms. Teach some of our young kids to do this job, because if we don't get more people coming in to officiate sports, then youth sports as we know it is going to look very different in 10 years as you start to lose some veteran officials.
Yeah, because guys are going to start aging out, right?
They already are. It's already started. I talk to guys every day. They say, I don't know how much longer I can do it. And it's numerous things. It's the time that you spend away from your family. It's frankly the abuse you hear at some ballparks.
Oh, I get it. As a former football official, I completely understand.
But we're also blessed here in Kentucky, especially in football. We have really good football referees. We have good referees across the board, I believe. And these guys are out here, they're working hard for the kids so that these kids can play these sports that they love so much. And so I applaud them for that. I thank them every day for being here, and I hope they keep coming back.
One out away in the bottom of the fourth. Allison's going to take a strike inside.
It's the fake bunt strike, Chris. Every time. I'm telling you.
Clark representing the tying run at third. Outside, ball one. Evens the count up.
J.D. Smith pitched in the first matchup between the Panthers and the Wolverines. He's very effective. See if he can do it in a big spot.
Allison fouls that one away.
You have to think he didn't want to use J.D. this early in the game.
That one's going to curve in there for a strike three call. Walker Drury back up.
See if Walker can replicate his last at bat, poking it over the shortstop.
Low and away, ball one.
JD able to come in here in a tough spot, get a big first out. See what he does right here.
There we go. Big cut there by Drury. Evens the count at 1-1.
Drury wanted all of that one. Walker trying to put a hurt on a baseball again.
And that one is going to get into the gap in right field, and that's going to tie things up in the bottom of the fourth here. Owen Woodson up here. Walker sets on it, takes it opposite way.
Walker does a great job of staying back on that baseball, lets it get to him. Does exactly what he is trying to do.
Woodson gets a bat on it, but is going to ground out to the third baseman, but not after Western Hills gets three more in the bottom of the fourth. We're all even at 6 after 4 on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Porque deberías trabajar con nosotros en McDonald's.
Ofrecemos horarios flexibles y tiempo de vacaciones pagado para todos nuestros empleados.
We can also offer you daily pay and a 401k plan.
Si eres estudiante, podemos ayudarte con asistencia para los estudios.
You would also be eligible for free meals.
Apply today and get started in a supportive environment here at McDonald's.
Welcome back to the Cable 10 Game of the Week, and Ethan Allison on the mound for Western Hills. A lot of emotion early. Was able to get a couple strikeouts in the first inning. Even though he has gave up 5 earned runs and 1 reach on an error, he's got 7 strikeouts on the night, and seems to last inning and probably 2/3 he started to loosen up and motion starting to calm down a little bit. Adam, it looks like it's starting to get a little better control here.
Yeah, and this season the team has struggled to provide Ethan with run support sometimes. So he's hanging around, battling. Yeah, he's given up the 6 runs. He's pitched well at times. He's been wild at times, but the offense has really come to life in a big way to try to provide some support for their guy.
Yeah, they've had 3-run innings back-to-back in the third and the fourth to get them back in this. And, I mean, we got going to the top of the 5th, and we're all knotted up here. So
what was I saying as we started the 3rd about each section of a baseball game has the chance to be its own beautiful story?
So Hamilton leading things off for Frankfurt High, in the top of the 5th. Hamilton fouls that one away. Oh, 1 pitch coming up. Allison delivers low out of the zone, evens the count at 1-1. Allison tries to work the inside corner that time, no go. Falls behind 2-1. Hard hit right to Aldridge. Short throw, but Brown able to make the stretch in the play at first. 1 away in the top of the 5th. Aldridge a little short arm, but Brown does a good job stretching out and getting a glove on that one to 1 away.
Good scoop there by Brown. Get the out.
Mundy comes up to bat. Allison gets that one to catch a corner.
If you're Ethan, you want to work quickly here. You want to attack the zone, make Mundy swing the bat. You're at 93 pitches. It's getting up there a little bit. Now's the time.
Oh.
Ouch.
Mundy gets hit on that one. Hopefully he's okay.
Something you never want to see, Chris. It's the unfortunate part of our game. Looks like that one maybe just caught him on the helmet. I think he got lucky there.
Hopefully it just got him on the bill and not into the head.
Baseball can be a scary sport sometimes. I had my own brush with death the other day. I was umpiring. Baseball came from another field. Landed 3 inches in front of me.
Really?
4 more inches. And I'm not sitting here with you tonight. So, baseball guys look like they got their hands on the Frankfurt catcher here, and we're glad he's okay. It's another good thing about the courtesy rule. Catcher gets shaken up a bit, gives him a good chance to reset and get back out there.
Ludwig steps in, 1 away. Top of the 5th. Allison misses low that time. Strike call, low.
Gets that outside pitch he's been looking for.
Ludwig fouls that one down the right field side. Allison ahead in the count, 1-2, 1 away, man at first.
you like to see your starting pitchers from both teams going deep into the game and getting at bats against the guy they're going against. Still here into the 5th inning. You don't get to see that every game. These two guys have certainly each left it out here today. Good performance by both of them.
Double play ball. And that's what Allison needed.
It is exactly what he needed, Chris.
So after 4.5, we're still knotted up at 6 right here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Low credit. This looks impossible. Kate.
That's what I'm talking about.
Didn't try that again. The average first shot. How do I get to good credit? No obstacles on this one. Here we go.
Credit scores can be loan obstacles too. Get credit advice for life from WestBanco. Money doesn't make you wealthy. Understanding it does.
Discover the convenience of Clark's Pump and Shop, your go-to local pit stop. Clark's proudly serves your neighborhood with new locations popping up just around the corner. Swing by today and indulge in a selection of your favorite snacks and drinks. We're committed to elevate your on-the-go taste experience. Clark's Pump and Shop is your premier destination for all things convenience and satisfaction. Stop by today at a Clark's Pump and Shop near you. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Big shout out to our sponsors, WestBanco, Clark's Pump and Shop, for making this possible, along with the rest of our sponsors, Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crusher, McTribe McDonald's, our replay sponsor, Whitehead Hancock, and Play of the Game sponsor, Express Credit Union. Be sure to stay tuned at the end of the game as we come up with a play of the game. And so far, we've had a few that could be considered, but we still got a lot of action to go here as we go to the bottom of the 5th, all knotted up. J.D. Smith on the mound for Frankfurt. Stepping in for the Wolverines is Logan Aldridge, who got that double play ball in the top of the 5th for Frankfurt High. Takes strike called on the outside, 0-1. Aldridge gets a bat on that one. Routine fly to the right fielder.
Logan gets under that one. Good pitch there by Smith to seduce the pocket.
Cole Brown up for the Wolverines with one away in the bottom of the 5th.
Your first baseman, number 28, Cole Brown.
Cole flying out last at bat on a potential sac fly.
Smith misses out of the zone there. A little high. Catcher telling him, hey, calm down just a little bit. Nobody hurt here. Let's just get this batter out. And up the middle. Brown with a good hit there.
Able to just get the end of the bat head on it there. Not the most solid contact, but it does the job.
Man on, one away in the bottom of the 5th. Clay Devers back up for the Wolverines.
And Clay has swung the bat well tonight, Chris. A big hit last at bat. He's been a patient hitter, willing to sit and wait on his pitch. Now you say that about the announcers, Jason. He'll swing at the first pitch. J.D. Smith has a nice pickoff move. He's got quick feet.
You see that on the football field in the games I've called for the game of the week. Deaver shows bunt here. Lays it down. Going to advance the runner to second. Two away. Go ahead run in scoring position now for Gatewood.
Chris, the way that Gatewood's been swinging the bat, you like putting the guy in scoring position there. Give him a chance to knock this run in. You can't call the fake bunt strike on that. Can you tell I really love that play?
Gatewood backs off the bunt. It's going to take ball too high. Big swing there. Brings the count to 2-1.
Some good two-seam action on that pitch. Cutting in a little bit on Asher.
And Smith evens up the count at 2-2. Gets him swinging that one.
JD putting a little mustard on that ball.
That one's up in the air and going to be a fly out to the shortstop. So after 5, we're still knotted up at 6. We'll be back with the top of the 6th inning on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Did you know that your cable company offers services that let you adjust your thermostat, operate lights, and even monitor your home when you're away? And that's not all. By saving up to 10% on your utility bills, the service can pay for itself. And that's a cable fact.
Protect what matters most and secure your home with FPB Security. Control from your smartphone will give peace of mind wherever you travel. FPB Security. Simple, safe, secure. Call today for a free consultation with an FPB Security specialist.
Welcome back to the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Frankfurt High got a 4-piece in the top of the 2nd by some good hitting, some pass balls. Then in the top of the 3rd, was able to get 2 more on the board to go up 6-0. But then Western Hills, behind some really good hitting in the 3rd and the 4th inning, they were able to cut into this lead and tie it up. So we're going to the top of the 6th after both teams went 0 on the board in the 5th. So we're going to the top of the 6th, all knotted up at 6. And, you know, Adam, you got Allison still on the mound. He's approaching 100 pitches. And you got to think that he wants a quick inning again here. And so does the coaching staff.
I was just wondering if Ethan was going to be out there for an additional inning. Coach Martin having some trust in his guy, letting him go. Ethan is he's one of your seniors, and this is a big game for him. He's battled this far. Coach Martin giving him the opportunity to go as long as he can go.
100th pitch of the night for Allison, just misses the zone. Ball 2 called.
You know, it's that point in the year, Chris, when you start to see guys run out there a little longer and longer. They really start to get into throwing shape. And
yeah, what are we, 3 weeks from districts?
yes, 2 more weeks to the regular season.
Allison gets Smith to swing at a low pitch. Gets that one to break in there to even the count at 2-2.
District tournament will be held down at Frankfurt High this year. So everybody come down there, check that out. It's going to be a good time.
Smith slaps this one to the third base. A lot of speed. And gets the play.
JD, that's really not that close.
And puts the Jets on. Oh, yeah, had him by 2 steps.
People think things are closer than they are. I don't know what to tell you.
Was the argument that the foot came off the bag, maybe?
That is one that the coaches usually like to try frequently. You see the umpire trotting down there to ask for a second opinion, perhaps, or ask for additional information, which is what you normally see when an umpire crew gets together. There really is no overturning of calls. It's getting the call right upon receiving all the information. Umpire there asks the plate guy, hey, did he pull his foot? Plate guy gives him a quick, no, he's on the bag. You got the out.
That one slaps into the right field for Frankfurt High's Risk. 1 away, man on in the top of the 6th.
Risk has had a pretty good night at the plate tonight. He's been on first at least twice.
Tegan Crowdis up. Crowdis tried that late time again. Didn't get it, but Allison throws over.
You know, I actually like that this umpire does not just automatically give it. Some guys are too quick with that. You got to have some feel.
Allison gets that corner that time. 0-1.
You've seen the umpire relax his standards, I think, on the outside corner. He's starting to maybe work with Ethan a little bit.
Well, yeah, and I think you made a good point early in the game with the control factor, right? He was a little wild there.
He has definitely been more around the plate in the later innings. He's settled in. And again, it's easier to get those pitches when you are locating them close to that.
And you got to have a good glove behind the plate, too, to help with that, right? And hold it.
Absolutely.
And Clark does a good job there. Right on cue. Good job, young man.
You know, they have asked a lot of Chris to learn how to catch basically his senior year, Chris. When he's coming into this thing, he's never caught before. Him as a senior leader said, I will fill this role for us. And he's come in and done a fantastic job for them.
0-2 pitch coming up. Crowdis already struck out once tonight. Just misses outside.
Ethan with a deep breath here.
And same place.
Same spot.
2-2.
Good pitch recognition by Crowdis here at the plate, knowing that that's the same pitch. Kind of brave, though, because that pitch is close. I don't know if I'd be taking a pitch that close.
Allison with his 110th pitch coming up. And misplay by the third and the shortstop. And that's going to get through and advance to runners.
That's a big play, Chris, because we're coming up on 120 pitches for Allison, which is the limit. You're looking at 2 outs with 10 pitches to go versus getting 1 out with that few pitches to work with. We'll see how it affects the Wolverines here.
Carter Roth up, takes a big swing, strike 1.
Now to clarify, 120 pitches is not the limit. It is the last batter you can start. You can start an at-bat on a guy with 120 pitches and continue until the at-bat is over, but then you're removed from the game at that point.
And strike 2 called, and then the pickoff attempt at second.
Good throw gets him. I don't think he was expecting that throwback.
And
keeping the runner honest there, but it's kind of a risky play to throw second base in this situation.
low in the dirt for ball 1. One-two pitch coming up here to Roth. And that one's going to foul off.
Got him on the foot. Carter doesn't appear too shaken up by it. Got him on the knee, not the foot. Carter Roth, another senior. This will be a big spot for him.
Slap and another misplay by Morse there at third base.
Tough sequence there for the youngster.
Coming in charging, just doesn't stay down on it. So 1 out, bases loaded in the top of the 6th. And Parker Hammonds comes up. Now you're at the top of the lineup. But you've probably had more success against the top of the lineup if you're Allison.
Yeah, you got to let him go right here. He's had success against Parker earlier in the game.
Just misses there.
Solid play there to get out at the plate.
2 outs away with the force out at the plate. Good bunt there by Hammonds, but even a better play by Brown.
Yeah, I don't hate the play call by McConaughey. I think the bunt is a great idea there. Cole Brown gets up the line, makes really the only play he has to make there, and Wolverines execute. And it appears his night may be over.
Now we've got him at 117. So by the rule, unless we've missed some,
he could theoretically start one more batter. Well, I say that. He could start one more batter and throw 3 pitches, and then he'd be done. It looks like they're going to go to Harlan Comer. Submarine arm out of the pen. A little change of pace. This has been a tradition, this has been a rotation that Coach Martin has used this season. Bring Allison the left-handed arm, bring it in a little bit, then you mix it up. Bring in Harlan. With his arm angle, it's different.
I always hated the sidearm pitcher.
It's tough. You're not used to seeing it. Harlan does a great job locating pitches in the zone. He's right around it. He makes you put the ball in play, and teams can struggle with him. It's also a big spot in a district game. You wonder how your sophomore is going to react. Harlan's shown some poise in some big moments so far, so we'll see how.
And I mean, Western Hills has showed of late that they've been able to put some base runners on to help with the confidence. I mean, they've got 10 hits on the night. The key thing that stands out to me is the 3 errors. We've seen a couple weeks ago, big game out of county, that there was 2 or 3 errors in that game that was the difference. I feel in a game that the night before you get blowed out, and then you go across town and you have an opportunity to win, you just make some mental mistakes. And, so.
Well, errors have kind of plagued the Wolverines ball club all season long. But that's the difference in some wins and some losses. You play good, you battle, you're right there with the team, but you make an error in a key spot, But that's baseball. That's our game. That's the beauty of it, is that you get to come back. You get to come back tomorrow and play it again. If you cannot tolerate failure, baseball is not the game for you.
Seabreeze switching to the left side of the plate. Comer with his first pitch. Strike called.
Again, that pitch comes in there at that lower angle. His ball has a little tail to it, too, at the end. It just kind of sinks down in there, and it's very deceiving for a hitter.
It's almost like a fast pitch softball.
Now, if he leaves it up, you're in trouble. If he lives low, he will get some outs.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch coming up. Seabree fouls that one down the right field line hard. Oh-2 pitch. Inside, ball 1.
Good job, Brian. Good job by Sebring to hang in there on that pitch. I hate when guys bail out.
Foul tip. 1-2. And strikes him out looking.
In the corner.
So after 5.5, Frankfurt and Western Hills remains tied. Can the Wolverines take their first lead of the night? Stay tuned for the bottom of the 6th right here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Retire a millionaire? Is this yearly?
Okay. A lot.
It's a big number, but it's doable.
I mean, yearly, a few hundred every month. You can get here pretty easily. I might get coffee a little less.
I think I could save $7,000 a year. Just comes down to budgeting.
To retire a millionaire, I think it'd be worth it, though.
I want to leave a legacy for my kids.
Save more for retirement with tips from WesBanco. Money doesn't make you wealthy. Understanding it does.
Discover the convenience of Clark's Pump and Shop, your go-to local pit stop. Clark's proudly serves your neighborhood with new locations popping up just around the corner. Swing by today and indulge in a selection of your favorite snacks and drinks. We're committed to elevate your on-the-go taste experience. Clark's Pump and Shop is your premier destination for all things convenience and satisfaction. Stop by today at a Clark's Pump and Shop near you. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Welcome back to the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Chris Cole here, Adam Johnson here. We got a doozy. District seating on the line. We're probably looking at somebody's going to be playing Monday night in the district versus getting that extra day of rest.
That extra day of rest is huge for your pitchers. Your pitching staff. We've had a good game here tonight, Chris. It's been a beautiful night for baseball. Teams are playing hard, having fun. We're getting emotion. We're getting excitement. We've got it all here on Game of the Week.
Western Hills in a good spot here. Top of their lineup coming up in the bottom of the 6th. Fuentes steps in. And he fouls that one back out of play. Smith gets ahead 0-1.
I am not sure how much relief work J.D. Smith has this year. Usually starts the game on the hill, but he's come in and done a nice job. Taking over in relief for Drew Ludwig. Hasn't allowed any runs. He's commanding his pitches.
Fuentes grounds over to the first baseman. Easy play there. Stephen Hamilton makes the play at the bag. And Clark comes back up where he has really hit the ball well tonight.
He has hit the ball well tonight, Chris, and if you're Chris Clark, you're looking for something right here that you can drive, get something started, get your club on the board here in the bottom of the 6th.
Misses just high. Behind the count, 2-0.
Good strike zone recognition there by Clark. Sees that ball up, doesn't chase.
Gets under that one a little bit. And center fielder is going to make the play. 2 away in the bottom of the 6th here for the Wolverines.
Well, he'd like to have that swing back, I think. Just missed it. Skies it.
Allison comes in to bat. And Allison gets hit.
Well, that's one way to reach first base.
Go ahead run now at first.
Here's a trivia question for you, Chris. How many ways can you legally reach first base? We'll make that our Game of the Week trivia question.
Walker Drury swings, misses 0-1. I'm going to say 4.
Slightly higher than that.
Because you've got a hit, a walk, a hit's Batman, a strikeout if the throw's bad, a balk, so that's 5.
There are 7 ways you can legally reach first base.
What's the 2 I'm missing?
There's hit, walk, error, fielder's choice, hit by pitch, uncaught third strike, and defensive interference. It's your baseball bar trivia question when they ask it.
And Walker Drury is going to ground out to end the inning, so we go to the top of the 7th. All knotted up at 6. Who's going to come out on top of this one? Right here on the Game of the Week.
In today's fast-paced housing market, you need realtors with experience who understand that timing is essential when finding the perfect home for the right price. Tim and Rebecca Hubbard with Exit Realty Crutcher are here to ensure that you and your family have a positive experience from start to finish.
Real estate is what we do,
And families are why we do it.
Porque deberías trabajar con nosotros en McDonald's.
Ofrecemos horarios flexibles y tiempo de vacaciones pagado para todos nuestros empleados.
We can also offer you daily pay and a 401k plan.
Si eres estudiante, podemos ayudarte con asistencia para los estudios.
You would also be eligible for free meals.
Apply today and get started in a supportive environment here at McDonald's.
Welcome back to the Cable 10 Game of the Week. We go to the top of the 7th, all knotted up at 6. Comer on the mound for the Wolverines. Came in, got some short work done in the bottom or the top of the 6th. And now Frankfurt High looking to get their bats back on track. They have been shut out the last 3 innings.
I think we're in for a really exciting finish here. Get down to the 7th, we're knotted up. We've had our different stories throughout the game. We had our first 2 innings was our Fellowship of the Ring. 3rd to 5th was our 2 towers, and here we're returning to the king.
Hamilton gets a bat on that one, and he's going to be safe. And I couldn't tell from the angle, did Brown come off the bag?
I think he's got him coming off the bag there, Chris.
Yep. Yep.
And he never gets back. It's a good call. Sports science proves that 98 times out of 100, the first baseman actually holds the bag. There is the 2% that they come off.
Bunt here. Going to get a sacrifice to advance the runner. What impressed me there on the previous play was Brown able to glove that ball, right, and not let it get past him and advance the runner. So
Cole made a really good play on that ball. The throw pulled him off. Big fellow there showing some good stretching ability on that. If you or I did that, Chris, we would be feeling it in the morning.
Oh, if I did that now, at my age, y'all be taking me over here to the hospital.
It is one ancillary benefit of the Western Hills campus. We are located next to the hospital in case you or I tried to relive our glory days and go out there and show these kids what we can do.
Ludwig gets intentional walk to bring up J.D. Smith.
It's an interesting call there on the intentional walk.
Now you got a force out at third at any base, basically.
Well, you had one at second.
Clark does a good job that time keeping the ball in front of him.
But if I know Coach Martin, he's a very cerebral baseball coach, and he did that for a reason. Good block there by Clark. Keep that baseball in front of him, keep the runners from advancing. He's got to be tough right here, not let anything past him.
Ball misses just outside. 2-0 to Smith.
Ball's in the up or out quadrant of the plate. That umpire, he's established. He's really not going to give that spot. That's a good pitch.
Gets that one in the zone for strike one called. 2-1 pitch coming up with one out. Smith loops that one into the gap. It's going to score one. Going to score two. So with one away, J.D. Smith helps his cause on the mound.
J.D. with a good piece of hitting right there. Sitting back, waiting. Drives it in the gap. You got to wonder what. Guy lost his helmet.
Looked like he took it off.
I didn't see if he removed it while he was running or if he just started to lose it and whipped it off of him. Either way, we're going to have a pitching change right here. Cole Simonis coming in for the Wolverines.
And you got to think that that is for the next game.
Well, you start to look at building your rotation out for the next couple of games, but also, you know, they seem to have maybe caught up to Harlan a little bit right here, trying to switch it up, throw him a different look. Cole coming in, speeds it up a little bit, brings a little added velocity to maybe make the hitters see something different one more time. Never underestimate the importance of changing a hitter's eyes up. So you don't want them to keep looking at the same thing. They catch up to it, and you start to see hits like what we just saw. Cole's another good young arm that the Wolverines have in the rotation. He's been getting some valuable varsity experience this year on the hill. And, he's ice cold, man. He always shows the same face.
So Frankfurt High with that last hit by Smith is going to take a 1 run. Did they have 1 or 2 that scored there?
They scored 1 there.
So men at second and third with one out.
You also got to think back to the decision to walk Ludwig. Might fall under the category of it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Harrison Riss steps in. Gonna foul, reaching for that one.
Harrison hoping to find his way down to first base for one more time tonight.
Bunt here. Gonna score another one.
It's a well-placed bunt.
And it just died when it hit the grass.
It did. It did not go anywhere. You had Cole Brown coming in from first base. That ball just went into no man's land. Chris is saying, my bad. He's probably thinking he should have got that ball. Your guy's going to score at the plate at that point. You want to get your out at first.
Men at the corner, one away in the top of the seventh. Crowder steps in.
Getting a good long look at his wristband there. Did they have wristbands when you were playing, Chris?
No. No.
You ever taken a look at one of those?
I have not.
You need the, what's the movie? Code Breakers? Wind Talkers? You need a degree in calculus to figure those things out sometimes. You want to make it as simple as possible for your players, but also, you know, don't want it falling into enemy hands.
Risk now over at second. Crowdis looking to extend the Frankfurt High lead here. Slaps that one foul down the right side. Evens to count at 1-1.
You've got an empty base here at first base, so you don't want to throw him anything too nice here.
And reaches for a bunt there. 1-2.
Don't want to leave anything over the heart of the plate. Crowdis can put it to the outfield, convert some additional runs. You're fine with working the margins of the plate right here, not giving a pitch that's too good. It's a good play by third base. Noah Morris. Morris with had a couple of errors earlier in the game. Makes a play right there to try to redeem himself. Does a good job. Solid third base prospect right there.
Now, good play there.
Throws on the run. Accurate throw to the plate.
Yeah, and that's not
you'd love
easy to do, come charging into a ball and throwing on the run. Getting the ball secure and coming up and throwing in the direction you're running. It is not an easy play.
That is what separates guys. Guys that can do that, scoop the ball on the run, throw it with accuracy. Baseball is a game of, they say football is a game of inches. Well, it's true for baseball as well, because sometimes that extra step you get when you're on the move and throwing it, that's the difference between out and safe.
Well, and you think about a ball hitting a catcher's glove at this age group, right? That if it's an inch inside the mitt, it's caught, or if it's an inch the other way, it's a pass ball. You know, so
Ideally, you'd like your varsity guys to be able to adjust. But I get, yes, absolutely.
1-1 pitch coming up, 2 outs. Runner at second and third. Gets on the inside corner for a strike 2 called.
Carter doesn't like that one, but Chris did a nice job of sticking it back there behind the plate. Gets the call. Uh-oh.
Low and outside.
Cole still has a base to work with here. Don't want to give Carter anything too pretty to send flying.
Foul ball.
Good battle right here.
Slapper to the third base.
Got him.
And that will do it, but not after Frankfurt High puts 2 on the top of the 7th. Can Western Hills at least tie it, or can they win it in the bottom of the 7th? Come back and find out on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Tune in to Around 10, Frankfurt's very own morning show. We cover all the happenings in the capital city every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. live on Cable 10, Facebook, and YouTube. Remember, if it happens around town, it's on Around 10.
Welcome back to the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Frankfurt High gets 2 on the board in the top of the 7th to put them up 2. And Western Hills going to try to get on the board here and cut into this lead and hopefully tie it up to extend the game or win it here in the bottom of the 7th.
Both teams have scored runs in bunches tonight when they have scored. Let's see if the Wolverines can put together.
Woodson hits it to the third baseman. Ludwig unable to field that one cleanly, and Woodson gets on, and now your leadoff batter is on.
The ball's hit hard at him, and he's just not able to come up with it. They call it the hot corner for a reason.
And Aldridge gets looking at a strike on the outside corner. High and inside, ball 1.
Been able to dive out of the way of that one as it dove in on the last second. Woodson with a small leadoff over there at first. Likely being conservative, knowing you need 2 runs.
High out of the zone, ball 3.
And you want to be conservative here, but you also want to keep that aggression. Because when you've been aggressive at the plate, that's when you've scored your runs tonight.
Smith throws over. Probably more to just compose himself a little bit here. Aldridge slaps one and is cutting towards the line, but it's going to be caught out there by Carter Roth. One away in the bottom of the 7th.
Good job by Carter out there to get to that baseball. Initially, it looked a little further down the line than it turned out to be, but Logan just missing that one and Carter making the catch.
Cole Brown.
There we go.
Takes strike one. As they say, now you're ready. Slaps that one at the last minute foul. 0-2.
Cole content to take curveball for strike one. He makes a late decision on that pitch to swing, and he's down 0-2.
Pitch coming up to Brown. Fouls that one back.
That is a defensive swing right there. Ball is a little up, but too close to lead to chance. Good job by Cole to foul that one off.
Two away. Strike three called on the outside corner there.
And Cole can't believe it, but the pitch is there. If you're the Wolverines here, you just want to have quality at bats.
There we go.
Simona steps in. His first at bat tonight. Slaps that, and what a play by first baseman Stephen Hamilton. So that is the ball game. Your final score: Frankfurt High 8, Western Hills 6.
Nice play there by Hamilton to end the game.
We'll come back and wrap this one up right here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
The Game of the Week Play of the Game is brought to you by Esprit Credit Union. Esprit Credit Union wishes all our local teams a great season. Show your local spirit with a spirited debit card featuring your school colors and mascot. Open an Esprit Spirited account today and let the rivalry continue. Federally insured by NCUA.
Care and craft. In Kentucky, we know a thing or two about both. It's a recipe for good bourbon and great local banking. At Esprit Credit Union, we're committed to making a difference by simply being a little different, helping you express yourself, nurturing your passions, and helping our members and community shine. As a Crafts Credit Union, we're great with money and we're great listeners. We're Esprit Credit Union, and this is Spirited Banking.
Tonight, and it is time for the Esprit Credit Union Play of the Game. And it is the last play of the game. Hamilton reaching, stretching, diving, was going to put the tying run on first base for Western Hills in the bottom of the 7th, but Hamilton robs a base hit away to end this one. So Frankfurt High gets their 3rd win in district play, goes to 3-4 in district, and Western Hills goes to 2-6 in district. And most likely, Adam, like you said earlier tonight, this was the all-important 3-4 matchup in the district, and it looks like Western Hills is going to be that 4 seed and probably have to play at Frankfurt Christian Academy opening night of district.
Yeah, Chris, this essentially sets the matchups for the district tournament here in a couple of weeks. Western Hills and TFCA will open up, and we're looking forward to some good baseball here in that tournament coming up.
So, for Adam Johnson and the rest of the crew here at the Cable 10 Game of the Week, I'm Chris Cole. We'll see you on a diamond coming up soon on the next Cable 10 Game of the Week.